Today I'm doing a 2-stroke oil change on a KTM dirt bike. This dirt bike here is a 2017 KTM 150 XCW. I'm going to be changing the oil. One thing I would recommend before you even start this process is to run your bike for a few minutes, get it nice and warm so the oil flows really easily. So to start off, for me, I do not remove my skid plate when doing my oil change. I would rather use this cardboard slide to help the oil flow easily into my oil. You want to remove that oil drain plug as well. I tried to use a T-handle and didn't have enough leverage, so I'm going to grab a ratchet to be able to remove that, and I'll show you a close-up of where that drain plug is located. Now that I have that bolt loosened up, I'm going to throw in a glove just so I don't get oil all over my hands and go ahead and remove that oil bolt. And with my cardboard slide, you see that it just flows nice and easily straight down into the oil pan. Don't forget, sometimes like what happened to me, the washer will get stuck or just be, sort of plastered on the side of the engine, so make sure you do get that washer off as well. You also want to make sure you take the oil cap off the top of the case here. That way you have a nice flow of oil coming out and you don't have anything really left in there. And of course you want to let it drain for a while. As long as you'd like to let it go, I let mine go for about 5 minutes. For this oil change, I'm using a Bel-Ray Synthetic Ester Blend 15W50, and the bike calls for 800 milliliters. I am going to go ahead now and get my oil measured out and my funnel ready. Again, this bike calls for 0.8 liters or 800 milliliters. So I'm going to use this funnel here to measure out what I need and get it ready for once my oil is all drained and my bolt is back in. Now I am ready to put my bolt back on the bike. My oil has stopped coming out, so first make sure you clean up any excess oil that is on the bike and then start threading in that bolt. Be very cautious not to cross thread. You don't want to have that cross threaded because then the only way would be to rebore that hole. Now for that drain plug, you do want to make sure that it is torqued to the right specs. And for this bike, it is 15 Newton meters or 11.1 foot-pounds. So I'm going to use my torque wrench and make sure I get it to the right tightness. You definitely don't want to over tighten this bolt. Now it's time to fill the bike back up with some beautiful fresh oil. You want to use a funnel, make sure you don't get it everywhere. This one is pretty convenient. It's flexible, and I have the exact measurement already in the funnel, so I don't have to worry about trying to measure as I pour. Now you can, of course, make sure you clean up the case and the the top cap and go ahead and put that back on the bike. Make sure that's nice and snug. It does not need to be very tight. You don't want to overcrank that and possibly break it. And that is it. Now I'm just going to turn on the bike, make sure everything runs properly, and finish up cleaning and wrapping up my oil change.